What's up, y'all? It's your man, Seige Monstracity. Welcome to a brand new video. Shout out to the homie DB. He called me today and shared some good news. I'm excited about it. So, I'll definitely share that with y'all very soon. But he said, yo, Seige, make sure you check out my Club Seige interview. I'm like, I got you, DB. Don't trip. I got you. He said, Seige, watch it, bro. I know you. And I've been knowing David Banner for about almost 20 years. So, really good guy. Always kept it real with me. A lot of knowledge. He has shared something about this interaction with Samuel L. Jackson. And it kind of reminded me of my interaction when I first met David Banner. So I'm going to show you a little clip of this video, and then I'm going to share with you my story when I first met David Banner. So let's check out this video real quick, and then I get into my story.
So you're going to have to open up some more. People don't remember that I did Black Steak Moan with Samuel L. Jackson.
Okay.
And if y'all remember, that's when Samuel L. Jackson was mad because he felt like some rappers were getting jobs over
they didn't deserve,
real actors that they didn't deserve, right? And bro, we showed up in Memphis. We were doing the table read in front of everybody, bro. Again, I was a maniac. Samuel L. Jackson said, "Who's your acting coach?" and pointed at me.
That's crazy. That for sure sounds like Samuel L. Jackson. For sure.
"Who's your acting coach?" and pointed at me.
You looking around?
I told him. He said, "Fire them. They suck." Bro, so much anger came over me and I was embarrassed. But something in my spirit said, ask him this. I said, "Sir, if I'm so bad, then would you be my acting coach?" Samuel L. Jackson said, "A humble rapper? Meet me in my house next week." So I met him at his apartment.
That story makes me think of the first time I met David Banner. At the time, I was signed at Tyrese, Headquarters Studios. All y'all been at Cahuenga, Hollywood. The second floor was lit. And Tyrese had all kind of celebrities coming in and out of there. So David Banner came in there one night. So Tyrese was playing some of my beats. So David was like, "Yo, I like these, I like that. Like, let's cook, let's connect." I'm like, "All right, bet, let's go." So we exchanged numbers. So he's like, "Yeah, man, like send me some stuff." So I said, "I got you. I'm gonna send you a folder." Blah blah blah. So the first thing I did was go home, go to YouTube, and just look up everything he already did. First mistake. Now, granted, I wasn't doing Southern beats at the time. I was doing like West Coast beats or just my own little vibe. So that's what David Banner heard. So I went back to you. I went home, went to YouTube, looked up everything he did. So now I'm starting to create these generic Southern beats. At the time, they wasn't called trap. They was called Southern beats. Ended up cooking like 7 or 8 beats. Text David Banner like, "Yo, bro, this Seige, Tyrese's producer. I just sent you a you send it file." He like, "I bet." So this is what I respect about him the most. He called me and he said, "Yo, Seige, can I be real with you?" I'm like, yeah, go ahead. So he's like, "Yo, I like these records." But he's like, "I'm gonna be honest. If I wanted something like this, I would have did it myself. I wanted your sound for me, not my sound for me." Right? I wasn't thinking like that when he said he wanted to work. I was just like, well, what can I create that's going to make him jump on the beat? That's why I went straight to YouTube to research everything he already did. But again, he didn't gravitate to me doing those kind of beats. He gravitated to what Tyrese played him in the studio, which was the kind of beats that I made at that time. So, I respect bro for being honest and genuine with me in our second interaction. He didn't know me. You know what I mean? He was just like, "Yo, I like him, but I didn't want this from you. I wanted your sound for me." So, I always encourage other producers to for one, be themselves creating. That's why I don't really get into the whole tight beat type of thing. There's nothing wrong with it. I'm not trying to knock it, but you need your own voice, right? Like, I think that as artists and creators, we have our own voice. So, don't be afraid to speak. Don't be afraid to say things in your language. You know what I'm saying? Because you never know, who you're going to touch. You never know who you're going to reach. And I learned a valuable lesson, in that interaction. And again, it took me a couple times, messing up. Because I've done the same thing, meeting other artists and, again, going back to YouTube and well, let me see what they already did. So I'm going to just do something like that when they heard the stuff I already did. So, you live and you learn. Me and David Banner definitely got records in the can. We put out the one joint, and that was funny because that beat, the Ernestine joint, that was like a snippet that I made a mistake and put in the folder. And it was only like 8 bars. So he was like, "Yo," he called me like, "Yo, what is that one?" It's very short. So that ended up becoming a song. I had to redo it. But anyway, the point that I'm making is believe in yourself. Believe in what you can bring to the table. Artists are always looking for, I don't want to say they always looking for something new, but I do believe artists want something new, right? A lot of them don't want to do what they already did. Like if you listen to Kendrick catalog, none of his albums sound the same. None of them sound the same. I mean, the closest you're gonna get to being similar is maybe the Untitled album and Damn, because he was doing. I don't even think those really sounded the same. Kendrick has never dropped the same album twice. So artists are willing to experiment. You know, build a relationship. Believe in your craft. Believe in your sound. Believe in what you can do. I encourage that. Try new things. Mustard may be hot. That don't mean go make Mustard type of beats. Make your type of beats. So, you know, that's what I always encourage producers to find your lane, stay in your lane. And it's cool to borrow from other stuff that's going on. Don't get it twisted. Like we all take from elements of others, but don't mimic it. Like bring something new to the table. We need that. That's it. You know, shout out to DB and his club Seige interview. I'm gonna watch it because I know he's like, Seige, you better watch it. And he might call me tomorrow and I can't talk about what I talked about in this video, because then it's gonna be like, you just watched that part. So but I'm happy for bro. A lot of good things going on with him, and yeah, we got something coming. On the flip side, bad news, my machine is down, so there won't be any more machine videos till a new one comes in. So I'm gonna reach out to Native Instruments tomorrow and see if I can get them to ship me a new one. So all the upcoming beats are gonna be Ableton or MPC, but we gonna cook. So, you know, the cooking don't stop. We still gonna cook. It may be different pots and pans, but they still gonna get the job done. Yeah, thank y'all for tuning in. And like I said, you know, believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. Don't be afraid to do new things, try new things, and bring something new to the table. We need that. It's your man, Seige Monstracity. I'll catch y'all in the next one. All right, peace.